I'm not gonna edit this video because I feel like I should just say this and keep it pushing. But your fear of the unknown is what's stopping you. You are hindering yourself by being afraid of what may happen, instead of using it as a way to plan for what may happen. You know what I'm saying? I was talking on my private Instagram because I like to rant and ramble. And I came across this whole thought process that I had that really kind of just opened my eyes. But people's fear of the unknown ultimately leads to them not realizing the potential that they had. You're more afraid of it not going well rather than you just doing it. How can you be so afraid of something that you never tried before? You know, you're so afraid of what may happen rather than you putting in the work to ensure that that won't happen. It's also about how we use that fear, how we utilize that fear, and how that fear comes up. It's nothing wrong with you being a little scared, okay? It's nothing wrong with you being afraid of something that may happen. But if you take that fear and you make it to where you don't even want to do anything at all or engage with that thing at all, it can ultimately hinder you, okay? Especially in situations where you're trying to be making more money, you know what I'm saying? Or situations where you're trying to get better grades, or trying to figure out how to communicate with a friend about something that they, you know, that you did or that they did that you didn't like. And you won't know until you try. You will never know if something will really be able to be solved until you try to solve it, okay? Fear without action to ensure that that won't happen is just fear. Fear with the action of making sure that won't happen is creating your reality. I'm afraid of plane crashes. I'm afraid of car crashes. I'm afraid of a whole bunch of things. And these things are inevitable. But if I want to travel, if I want to be able to drive on my own, if I want to achieve something, why would I use that fear to stop me? Why don't I ensure that whatever airline I'm going on, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a good airline. Let me ensure that the car that I choose is good and that I'm really ready to drive and I'm good at driving. Again, a lot of these things are still inevitable, but if you allow the inevitable or the unknown to stop you, you will never be able to truly live. If you allow what you do not know to stop you from achieving what you do know, which is you know that you want something, then you'll never be able to achieve what you want. And I know some people are going to take it to the extreme and be like, oh, well, what about me getting rich? How am I going to get rich? Because you're scared of it failing for you. You stop when it gets hard. Getting rich is not going to be easy. It's not supposed to be easy. But if it was really in your destiny to get rich, don't you think that you would have done it by now? And then On top of that, a lot of the things that you may want, you have to make sure that it's something that is truly for you and it'll truly benefit you. And I know what you're thinking. Obviously, me being rich will benefit me, but would it really benefit you? Would you being a millionaire, billionaire be able to benefit you? Or will it turn you into somebody that you know that you don't want to be? You know what I'm saying? Again, all of these are kind of circumstantial. So it's like nuance and context still has to be applied to it. But this is just a general thing that fear will forever hinder you. Like, for example, me. I know that I wanted to go on a summer abroad South Korea trip. I found out about the trip, and I'm going to keep talking about this forever because it's such a big deal for me. But I find out about the trip in January. In January, I only had a expired driver's permit. Fast forward to March, my passport is on the way. I have an ID. I've already submitted my application for not only the trip, but also the scholarship that they had us apply for. Not only that, but I've already made the first payment and will be making the next payment next week. And I know what you're thinking. Well, that doesn't ensure that you're going. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Because I'm putting in the action and the work to get there. And the universe is going to match that. God, source, whoever you believe in will match that. You put in, if you show that you want it, you will get it. If you put in the time and the effort and the dedication and the discipline to get it, you will get it. That's why all these people that say that they wanted to become rich, that they wanted to be a millionaire, has gotten it because they put in the work. And if you think that the work is going to be easy, that it's just going to come in like a couple of years, due time, whatever, then it's not. I've been wanting to go to Korea for the longest, okay? I have been trying to find a summer abroad South Korea program for around maybe 2 to 3 years now. I think I started looking in freaking high school, bro. Now I'm a sophomore in college years later, and I'm going to Korea. The work has to be put in. And when that opportunity arises, you cannot back down from it out of fear of what may happen. Because that fear festering in your mind will continue to make things worse for you, will continue to make you feel like that you can't do something. If I went in to that summer abroad info session and I first learned about that South Korea trip, if I had told myself that that's a lot of money, I won't be able to go, I would not have made the effort to actually go. Not as much as I'm doing it now. If I went in and thought that I'm not going to be able to get it, then I'm not going to get it. Even with me, with the job that I have now, I've been job searching ever since I left my last job like a couple of years ago, okay? Then I got into college. I said I'm not going to be able to find a job in college my freshman year. Then my sophomore year rolled around. I said, I will find a job. I'm going to get a job. I'm going to get a job. I started changing that mindset that I'm going to get a job. And you know what happened? I started applying. I kept applying like I have been doing, but instead my mindset changed from I will get a job and I am going to get a job. And now look at me, I landed a job. And it's crazy because I landed the job right before I found out about the South Korea trip. So it's like, you know, it's a mindset thing. You know what I'm saying? It's more than just the action. It's the mindset and the work to ensure that that mindset stays the same. because you can change, you can say all these affirmations, you can repeat all these affirmations as much as you want, but if that action, if you're not putting in the work to actually get it and nipping in the bud any room for doubt that you may have, I'm playing with my hair clip, but if you nip all that doubt that you have in the bud, along with, it's like, it's more than just repeating affirmations, having crystals, all of that, your everything that you may want. The same thing with you wanting to get more spiritually in tune with your mind, your body, your soul, or whatever. The same way that you want to start your spiritual journey, if you do not put in the work and the action to change that mindset that you can't do it, or that it's too hard, or that it's so intimidating, you won't be able to do it. Because you can start small. You can start with what works for you. But I've noticed that you will not get the things that are not for you. Because as much as I may talk about, I want to be rich, I want to be rich, I want to be rich, I want to be a millionaire, I want to be a billionaire, I want to be this, and that, it's not truly something that I want. It's not truly something that I strive for. I strive to just be above my means, and that's it. I don't want to be a millionaire, a billionaire. I don't want any of that. 6 figures, 7 figures, or that's 7 figures is millions, right? Am I tripping? Wait. Anyway, 6 figures, and I know what you're thinking, like, why stop there? Why continue when it's something that I truly don't want? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to have millions of dollars in my possession unless I'm going to be using it back for good. And I know that I am, but I don't want to have millions of dollars in my possession. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be able to afford the things that I want, the things that I like, and still be able to have the money for bills and such like that, and have a nice house and all of that. But if it's something that's not for you, you're not going to get it, even with all the action and stuff like that. So it really takes the mindset change, the action, and sitting down and telling yourself, what do you truly want? You also have to know yourself enough to know what you truly want. Because if you don't know what you truly want, all of that action, all of that mindset change, it's not going to do anything, because it's not something that you really want. It has to be something deep within you, a life goal that you have been wanting for the longest, okay? And if it's good for you, it's beneficial for you. If it's for you, it will be done.